Hello, Cynthia here. Welcome to today's process video. Today I'll be doing a 12 by 12 layout of my family when we were at the beach recently. So I've grabbed a 4 by 6 photo and 3 2 by 3 photos, and I mount them on white cardstock. And I go through my paper pads and have a look to see which one I want to use. I've only just purchased this one here, and the papers are just gorgeous. The colours are stunning. They have gold foil throughout. So I go through and find this piece here, which I end up using as my background. It's lovely and bright, and I love the watercolour effect and the sort of like sunny, and it just works lovely. How have you all been? You've all been well? All managed to get a bit of scrapping happening, or some journaling, a bit of drawing, sketching, painting, whatever it may be. Hope you're all happily working away. So as I said, we recently went out on our boat and went to this little a bay where we spent a few nights on the boat and camping and swimming and doing all the stuff that you do when you're out and about on the water. And this was just a selfie shot. Our dog is not keen on when you get the camera out and point it at him, so you can see the little photos off to the side. He was in denial and looking every direction but where I want him to look. But I finally got one of us, all of us looking at the camera, looking and smiling just perfectly, so it worked out well. You saw there I just cut out the middle of that blue paper, and if I know I only want to use a piece of paper to mount or back a photo on, I quite often leave it in the paper pad when I cut out the middle. That will help it stay nice and straight and won't get buckled and bent, and then I'll just use that other piece to mount a layout on at some stage. Going through looking at the black, thinking that maybe I'll mount the layout and the photos on black paper. And I pull out this one here which has gold dots on it, and I cut out the middle, which I think I'll use the middle to mount the photos, but in the end I don't do that. I do use it to mount the layout, but when I actually put it down on, so I put my background paper, this one, down and I mounted it, I think, oh, that's actually made it a little bit darker than I was thinking, and thought maybe it's just a little bit too dark, but I go with it. But I don't end up mounting any of the photos with black at all. I want to keep it nice and light and bright and summery. So go through the paper pad again and looking for a nice paper to mount these little photos on, and I use this one here. Once again, I just cut out the middle and leave the rest in the paper pad. I'm doing this layout as a part of a challenge on Tracy Banks' channel, a Facebook group. What's that called? Mercy Tiara. Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge. So this month's challenge is to scrap about loved ones, have some hearts on the page, some bling, some glitter bling of some description, write in the first person. So I'm making this layout with that challenge in mind. So I've cut out these word strips from the paper pad. Oh, look at these doilies. I show you this in real time. Now, aren't they just gorgeous? Found these in our local second-hand store. I often go in just hunting around to see if I can see anything that I can use in my scrapbooking or art journaling, and I saw these pack of 8 for $1, and there was about 8 packs there, so I purchased them all. So I'm a very happy chick at the moment. So as I said, I cut out the word strips from the paper pack. They say things like happy times, adventure, together, today was fun. And now I go through my thickers, deciding which I want to use. I can't decide, so I call my son over, and he was very much a help and initially said one of each, which I thought was probably a little bit much, but then he settled on the gold and orange, which I agreed with. Thought I would call the layout Happy Together, but as I'm gluing all this down, I'm listening to a YouTube video, and one of the ladies has just received her design team kit, and the pack that she received was called One Big Happy Family, and I thought, yes, perfect. It was meant to be. So I called this layout One Happy Family, because I wouldn't have thought we were a big family. And then I can use at least 3 of the colours. So the orange and this green are foam thickers and have a beautiful glitter sparkle to them. And the one is also a foam thicker that have lots, loaded in gold glitter, which does tend to flake a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, I've had these words forever and a day, and I do struggle to use them, and I say that's it, gonna make myself use them. So I pull out this love, and no, it doesn't make it on the page. As I said earlier, I thought black would be, would really help make things pop, but every time I put something black on, it's just too dark. So I'm going through all my ephemera, and I go through it all when I'm at this stage and pull out everything that I think I might want to use on the page. So I didn't make you watch me do all that, because it probably takes me, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to flip through everything. And I put it all in this little tray here, and then I go through the tray and see what I can make work, and I can tell you, not much of it goes on the page. I probably only 2, 3 things in that tray actually make it to the final page. I really did, because there's so much on the page and it's so busy and full already, I actually struggled, and I laugh as I say it because I struggle every time, but I struggled again this time because it's just so busy, and I think, what am I going to put where? Everything seemed just too heavy, too dark, too strong, too busy, too something or other. So I keep out that orange heart, and I have a green one, I think, in the tray as well, and I keep those 2 out, and I think that is all I keep from that whole tray. So those hearts I received, look, I purchased them many a moons ago when I first started scrapbooking. They come in a pack of green, orange, blues and pinks, with hearts and stars in the pack, and they're sort of like a hard plastic see-through that look like they have a sort of a little bit of a glitter sparkle to them on the inside as well. Put that love down and I pull it off. It could have went there, but I don't know, I just decided it wasn't going to work. Pull out the paper pad again. Thought I might be able to cut up some of the 4x4 cut apart sheet, but once I get to it I realise that's all too big, all the words are too big. So I'll go through and see if there's anything else. Thought I might cut up that there, but it's got the black background, and then I see this one with the white and go, yes, perfect. So I cut up a big stack of these flowers, fussy cut them all out, which I don't make you watch. And I spread them into 3 places around the layout just for that visual triangle. And I think it's really starting to come together now. So I've tucked some of the flowers right on the background, and then some between the photos and the doily, and then some between the photo and the actual piece of paper that I've backed the photo on. Thought I might use the blue heart, but once I pulled it out it was just too strong. Same with the pink, I pulled that out, but it was too bright as well, doesn't really match the pink in the papers. Pull out another orange, and then I have a look to see if there's a green, but there's not another green. I've only got the one green, so I end up going with the 2 orange and 1 green heart, which I think match these papers beautifully. Go through and find a few more words, so I can put one with each of the heart. And I layer them down there, and I think that looks really nice. Sort of brings things together. And the layouts really start to come together. Grab one more, and I really like this one. It says Still in Love. I remember that one. It's the only one I do remember. And that's the paper pad. I'm just showing you how beautiful it is. So now I go ahead and glue all that down. So I use my hot glue gun to glue everything down. I don't think I make you watch me do all that. And there we go, it's all glued down now. So I think the only other thing I add now are the enamel dots, which end up being, I just use green pearls, is that what they're called, in 3 spots. And then on camera I add my date, and then once the cameras turn off I go in and add my little bit of journaling just around the bottom of the doily there, just follow the curve of the doily, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my process. Please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Once again, thank you very much. Be well, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.